Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the North Shore of the Allegheny and Ohio Rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're off from Acrisure. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They're carried by Harris here to start the drive. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Trying for the deep ball. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. George Pickens, the intended target. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A pickup there of 33 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. They give to Harris from the gun. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Here's 2nd and 7. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. And the Bengals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate, in this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth. Who's going to respond next?
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. And holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Brought in by Chase near the sideline. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Man in motion, out of the slot. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Deshaun Elliott with that tackle. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. They send a man in motion. Burrow from the gun. Into the hands of Gesicki. Complete. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They've got a man in motion. From the gun, a give to Brown. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and get 2 hands on it the next time. You would think the kickers should be automatic from anything inside of 40 yards, but I guess that could serve as a little gentle reminder you can never take any kick for granted. So many things have to go right each time for it to be up and good.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Right there, bring it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. Pass play on 1st and 10. He's throwing deep to the left side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Looking for George Pickens that time. And it sets up 2nd down.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone. Trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away.
This one misses the tight end. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Setting up the running back screen. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He's going to throw this one. He's on the move. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
It is cut left side. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. We're all set to bring you the second quarter. The Bengals well within striking distance. They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
The throw is caught. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. And wow, Brock, this one is no good. He has been automatic so far this season, but for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point. So following the missed point after, the chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. This one's going to be a return from deep in the end zone. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Getting out to his left. Throwing on the run, deep down that left side.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Looking to the air here. He's trying to go deep again. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Looking for George Pickens that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long. From their own end zone, and he gets it away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be Bengals football. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Burrow out of the shotgun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. Higgins makes the catch. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep. Or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway. When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then
it's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Logan Wilson has it. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought the defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Steelers get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception to give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. A handoff for Harris. Fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Hit applied by Keanu Benton.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. He fires one deep down the road. They connect on the deep shot. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done. Here we go.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Man in motion here. Looking to throw, Burrow. And the defender comes away with it. Patrick Queen in to pick it off.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Throwing from near his own goal line. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
To throw here on 1st down. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Logan Wilson has it. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner. And sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk. He could do some serious damage.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now they send their back in motion right. Back to the air following the pick six. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. He'll throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing it again here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play. That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Caught, nice gain left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st down from the red zone. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
At the Bengals' 6-yard line.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a throw. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
A 23-yard attempt.
Dicker connects there. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Boswell on to send this away. To return this, Marcus Jones. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And this one does not go far. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here we go. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Burrow from the gun. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's scored as a 51-yard punt. And the Steelers will take over possession. They're set up at the 35 now. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this, here he goes. Have him gain about a handful there. B.J. Hill, the one to bring him down.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
From the gun, here's Bailey. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. 3rd down from the gun. Caught by Freiermuth. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Play action on 1st down. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down. From the gun, they go with Harris. And that's good for a gain of 5. Stop made by Sam Hubbard. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now an inside handoff to Harris. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Snared by his running back, it's Najee Harris. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Steelers 1st down. Going right side, Harris with it. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards rewards them with a first and goal.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Back now, pressure on its way. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers start the second half with some needed points. Chris Boswell for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. On the return, here's Jones. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Receiver in motion, headed right. Bouncing football. Steelers have it, headed the other way. So just like that, Bronco, very nice drive. Ends in a whimper from that offense and a real roar from the defense, who get off the field by recovering that fumble.
Yeah, that defense was just getting walked backwards, and one of them finally said enough.
Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! And the offense recovers. They can still advance it. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. And after losing a hold of that one, he's still shaking up on the play. So we'll see team personnel out there to tend to him. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun, here's Herbert. And defenders are there to get him at the line. John Franklin Myers coming in to clean things up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10 now. Brought in by Chase near the sideline. And he officially gets them into the red zone before going out at the 20. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Into the hands of Gesicki, complete. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State. We'll see them tackle 2nd and goal after the break. The Bengals.
Ready?
The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Shotgun handoff to Herbert. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there, not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Looking for a throw here. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. To throw it on 1st down. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Offense in the hurry up here. Trying again, following the sack. On the move, past the 40. And they make the tackle at the 38. That play good for 17 and a 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Pass play on 1st and 10. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
That's caught for the 1st. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. They'll come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Offense up to the line fast. 2nd and manageable. He's throwing. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Right?
1st and 10 now from the 30. Burrow out of the shotgun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Looking to throw. They did it! He made the interception! And the Steelers have some new life in the 4th.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the others?
Oh, he lost the football! And now the Bengals have it! And they stop him before he gets much on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They send a man in motion. On 1st down, here's Burrow. Got a man, it's Gesicki. It's a pickup of 11. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Nice cut back to the right sideline. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
Trust me, we really have no stake in the game up here in the booth. We don't root for anybody, but at times for great execution. And I'll speak for both of us here when I say this, Kate. I can't help but be amazed watching some of these runs. All the chaos on the field, all the massive humanity you've got to sort through to make a big play on the ground like we just watched.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Slot man motioned over. Burrow to the air now. Got his target, it's Higgins. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Bengals holding on to a field goal lead. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he tried, but couldn't turn the corner. He's tackled at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. That's Gesicki. He's got it. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters. As much as that can help them breathe just a little easier on the scoreboard, it doesn't take away now any of the tension this defense is feeling. They're going to need to step up, come through with a stop right here.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Trying to push it deep downfield. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Jordan Battle with the INT. And the Bengals make the play that should win them this game. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. The Steelers calling their first timeout. And they still have two available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
On the ground, it's Herbert again. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. It's victory formation the rest of the way for the Bengals, who take a knee. The Steelers use their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Herbert straight ahead. And that was an incredible effort just to make it back to the line. The defense takes its third and final timeout. A final kneel down here, and that should put a bow on this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Bengals take this one on the road. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.